Hi guys, welcome. Today we're going to be working on a Galaxy S8 LCD replacement. It is a 30-minute video that I sped up. Just kind of illustrates all the steps involved. What we're looking at now is obviously heating up the device, heating up the back glass panel just enough to get a iSesamo tool under there and then a little pick, kind of work that around. The good rule of thumb with heating up those back plates is basically just enough to where you can touch it for a second or two, not much more than that. If you can't put your finger on it at all, then it's too hot. And if you're able to kind of keep your fingers on it, then it's not hot enough, obviously. I know I've talked about this in previous videos, but the air in the room definitely affects how much you need to heat this up, or at least how often you need to heat it up. So if, for instance, this was at a hospital here, and hospitals generally stay a little colder. They, like to keep it cold. So it took a little bit longer to get that back plate off. And you could see there, I just had to kind of lay that adhesive back down, which toward the end of the video you'll see I'll do a little bit more. Here we're taking out the 15 screws, just a standard Phillips head, and then removing that back plate with the NFC and the speaker, getting all the ribbons disconnected there. Basically your battery, front-facing cameras, you have two of them on this phone, proximity sensor. We're taking out the headphone jack down below there. There's 5 more screws down there. And the charge port. There is a little antenna that's tucked underneath there, right over there in the corner. And from here we're just heating up the battery. With that, I like to heat it up basically enough to where I can't touch the front of the phone, and then get a guitar or a little pick under there and kind of wedge that out. There's the new one, and we're just reversing the process here, putting all the stuff back in. Don't forget to do the vibrator motor first, proximity sensor, charge port, headphone jack, and then main motherboard before you put in like the battery, something along those lines. You want to make sure that those are tucked, the little antennas are tucked back into the channels that they came out of. So if they're not exact, then the back plate won't fit on there properly, and it'll end up causing problems, toward the end of the repair. And almost there. Probably one of the quickest videos that you'll see of a Galaxy S8 Plus or a Galaxy S8. Really, it's about the same as the 7s. 7, I feel that they put a little more adhesive on a couple of things, like the battery. The back plate was about the same. As you can see here, you got to kind of lay that adhesive back down, and the easiest way is just heat it up, quite a bit, a little bit more than what you would removing it or putting it back on, but kind of makes it real soft when you heat it up this much. Obviously makes it pretty pliable. Video is almost over. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Like and subscribe, of course.